played it once last year in 2021 World Championship. Vladimir coming in for Flandre. We saw this very early for EDG. This a little bit too little too late is on. Is going to take a little bit of harassment, but yeah, I like the adaptation. I like the fact I actually
map, and so I can be more relevant later. But you can see the constant harassment coming out from Viper and Mako now. Gage comes in, actually.
Yeah, the catch out Viper, who's taken very, very low. He gets flashed on, he heals, he's still kiting backwards and then ticked down. Here comes Etsu who gets the kick off of Mako, and they will take down the Time Lord. He's still, yes, they're still 20 CS down, but that little extra kill, a little bit of extra assist gold goes a long way in the run. But we're going to see him moving top side as Flandre now having to use a Sanguine Plume. They're going to see them there jumping onto the Shy, who tries to go over. No, he's not quite able to get it. But SOFM is there to try and see if he can clean up house. Flandre trying to dodge the Sonic Wave. But he's not going to be able to land it. But while this has been happening, Scout's going to roam up, and you have no real way to go. You have no minions to help you out. And Scout is the janitor in this fight.
Viper's going to be far quicker.
They've got the quickness here on, so he could look for something. Charm does go off and they miss it. There's the kick back as the Shy jumps back in onto Flandre. The Hemo plate goes down. He's already got to back off of cooldown. He's going to try and sustain this one out, but he does not.
They had to answer those waves. They had to back off. It means Weibo can just sweep in and grab this one now. So I do want to talk about, it is Scout with the Herald.
Spirit Rush is good, but now On and Huan Fong know that something's up and they're going to get him over the side of the wall. JJ seeing if he can make something happen. It looks like they're going to try and drop the Rift Hell down this bot side. Just keep the full tower, like you mentioned, going. The cleanse instant from On. That Spellbook is doing work right now as we can see them kind of going forward, trying to take down this Rift Herald before it gets its charge off. They will not be able to do it, but EDG, it's sloppy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the critical thing is that Weibo denied those extra plates.
Yes, has kind of shown us up to be a little bit better in terms of his early game proactivity.
Yeah, he's been making things happen, so absolutely got to...
Oh, he's been baited in. Flandre does not get the Chemo Plague down. Well, he gets it down, but he won't get the benefit of trouble as SOFM does pop himself over the wall. But it is going to be just fine. The Shy should be able to pick up this turn in bot side. And out of nowhere, the Viper, Gale Force does get him back out to safety, or relative safety. That turret taking a bit of a beating. This is 4v5 in the mid lane in favor of Weibo. As you can just see on your screen there, Scout went off to the top side. They will have SOFM on the back end, who does get the kick back on the JJ. And that will just be it.
Such a massive presence stopping pressure onto towers. Now SFM will pick up the Dragon. It is an Ocean Soul.
Kills on the side of Weibo go towards him, and it's a testament to his early game. Now look at On. He's on this flank, and he may be looking to try and get on the backside of this.
Engage, and EDG, the Baron's going to die!
They now know it's going down. They need to get in there as soon as they possibly can. JJ's going to get kicked away as he jump over the side of the thing, but it's not going to be stolen. SOFM will eventually fall. The last auto attack does go down, and that's going to be the Shy using the Slicing Maelstrom onto Flandre, who cannot stay alive. You've lost two. If you get the rest of them out, you should be fine.
He's still trying to ramp up to the point where he's... Oh, I mean, I say that.
He's ramping up right now. There's going to be the feathers going fly, but he gets the Moonlight Vigil out off after it. The Shy trying to push too many waves of pressure to deal with, and again, the power of the Baron.
And look, On just walks behind, into the mini wave, doesn't care, slams a ward down, and instantly there's so much threat from the Kennen potentially going for a TP flank. And honestly, I say that, he's just pushing the bot lane. He's just taking a tier 2 tower, ton of extra gold for the Shy. EDG will take that mid tier 2, but they are no scared. Weibo pretty happy with that one. They don't actually manage to take down the tower. It was so close, but it is still alive for the time being.
No real aggressive wards here. No massive TP flanks available for Weibo, and honestly, they want to change that soon.
And I think you see how EDG are positioning. They are really trying to stop. Oh,
we're going to see them going in. Scout gets caught out here by SOFM in a little bit of a 1v1. He does it on the kick, and he gets him there. That's going to be a little bit more careful because Flandre has taken a big chunk of health, and he hasn't really got any minions to try and get off of, and the Shy's on a flank.
Yeah, this is so scary right now. Scout has 15 seconds till he's up, so they're trying to force the factor now.
Oh, there it is! You couldn't even see him! They didn't even know what was happening. The Shy finds his marks, and that's 2 more kills over to Weibo. They are taking control.
Weibo have spent this whole game looking for that one moment. Blink, and you'll think anyone who steps up gets chunked so heavily by Weibo. They're playing it so well, being patient with it, and EDG, they just haven't really found the window. The Vladimir has been useless so far.
They're going to go and try and catch out SOFM, who's in a lot of trouble, and he is taken down, but you've lost it. Go for it to get some value out of it. The Hemo Plate goes down onto Angel, but it doesn't do anything. Then we can see the Shy moving forward onto Flandre, who's taken so damn low.
Weibo just setting the trap.
Oh, Mako flashes away as they're going to try and jump it onto On. As we can see, there's the Crimson Pool coming out. Flandre hits literally nothing of any value there. Will get a little bit of a Hemoplague proc there from SOFM, but that's about it. And now Weibo are all grouped together to try to see if they can make this one work. SOFM jumps on the JJ, but Scout is dead! Out of nowhere, the Shy finds an opportunity. He's now going 1-for-1, and it is going to be on Viper and Mako to turn this fight around. It's a 2-for-1 trade in favor of Weibo. JJ is not really long for this world, and you can see that EDG, they just want to try and stall this out. They want to try and keep themselves alive. SOFM still pushing, still hunting, still looking for more as they finally catch out Mako. Will be pushing forward as we can see Viper trying to do the best he possibly can, but he's just not got the damage. Massive game from Weibo, and they should be able to run up to take this
damage now. They should be able to pick up the Baron and have the Dragon. Critically, Viper died so late. They should just head straight to the Eld and be able to secure that one as well. Remember, the Shy still has TP.
You need to try and keep yourself at arm's distance. Baron, an inhibitor, what looks like in the picture-in-picture. Thank you very much, observers. That we go. Work. Flandre's looked rough on this pick and really
100%.
hasn't done anything. And honestly, as well as that, JJ has just been completely out-jungled by SOFM.
And it feels like they've struggled to find good engages when Mako is playing the Zillion, right? And other than just run at them and have Scout look for charms, you have limited options. Viper still feels hypey. He's got his 4th item, still got the Zeal in pocket. He's really strong, but there's so much pressure coming out. Remember, Soul, Elder, and Baron are looking for more.
They're looking for more. On goes in, but he gets taken out. He will take Scout with him before the end of it, though, and that's going to be the last Nexus turret going down. This is going to be an exposed Nexus. The Shy is trying to see if he can do something here. Viper tries his very, very best, but it's just not going to be enough. Triple kill going over to the Shy onto Kennen, and that
would take into TF because you can steal the ult, but they actually go for the Ahri instead. So the ability to roam into those sides herself with their ultimate, a lot of skirmishing power, but won't be able to match the global pressure.
You know, we talk about so much when you have a global ultimate, be it Galio, be it, I'm going to stop myself as they're going to be able to catch a hook onto On, and they're just waiting for him to try and use some of his CC, but the CC he uses brings him further away from the rest of his team, and he's in the waiting arms. Can he go down? I don't think he's going to be able to try and stop him. The one more auto attack not going to be enough as On will get flashed down, but he goes straight back in with his Xenoblade. It's a trade of support, but the resets are coming in. You got the CC down, JJ flash. On the Jace, you know he wants to try and push up, but not seeing where they are on the map. We are going to see a 3v2 in this bot side. They're going to try and bully out this Leona because there's no flash here to try and keep him alive, and Viper will collect that. Make something happen in this top side, but they are aware they're going to need some numbers to help them out. They will have the roam coming in as the Shy now with JJ. On going to use his own Hex Flash, but here we go. Destiny Gate comes in. Flandre has to flash away. He's trying to keep himself alive, but he won't be able to do it. But they still get the trade 1-for-1 in the top.
I feel like On held his ult for way too long. Like, you could have burnt Mako's flash. Like, you E, R, and then it's like he has to flash.
He's got Mobies. He's got Mobies. He's almost going to be able to catch out Wanfeng, who has no way out now, and that's the Xayah. Dead and deleted. On is almost certainly going to have to lose his flash, and that's just a disaster right now for Weibo on the bot side. And on the top lane, we can see that Flandre's coming in here. They're going to get the explosive cast. Flandre just sets it up perfectly, and they will pick up that kill. EDG winning on all fronts. You can now see they're going to go in, and they're going to get Mako to get the
so
Zhonya's.
Well played. You have the TF ultimate still available. Lean the pressure down bot, secure the tower for Viper.
Get pressure around here as we can see them now moving forward. They're going to land a stun card there onto Scout as he goes golden. There's the Solar Flare back off of cooldown. There's the kick onto 2 as they get the Everfrost down as well. It's good kiting though as Mako does eventually just fall, and Scout needs to get himself back away. He really doesn't want
going for the play to set Viper up, and he is going to be able to get this tower. Gold is going to go over to some, I believe, it's going to get I think but SOFM securing these does make a big difference. Obviously does mean that they can pose threat when it does come massive, right? If it had been an Infernal Soul, obviously it can't be because the second one is. But a Cloud doesn't drastically change things. And also, if EDG secure it, it's pretty good for them, right? In how they want to play their composition.
Yeah, Destiny Gate, the explosive cast, even things like having the Moonlight Vigil to be able to move forward and kind of keep pushing. Another cooldown down. There's the gold card being locked in on top of On. It'll take a little bit of damage. Still very tanky despite any of his ruins, but we are going to see a flash engage. They're trying to take down this Leona, and they should be able to do so. They're going to be able to get the flash out of him immediately, and you can see now Flandre with the flash belly bop into the Everfrost, into the ultimate as well, means that the Shy is not long for the world, and Viper.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think you're probably in a bit of trouble.
He's in a bit of trouble. He's going to use the Everfrost, and it has no real mana, but He's going to get caught out on even here, just in case anything was to go untoward. But a commit there from Angel to get a pick. Honestly, I don't think it's a bad idea because there's no real objective on the board.
Yeah, there's nothing really for EDG to take. They will put some pressure down mid, but Viper's going to have to back up soon.
Oh, the Shy. Oh, the Shy. Oh dear, he's going to get CC locked for absolute days, and there's just nothing for him to do. They are going to have to, so again, a lot of that maneuverability is just going to not be there. They are going to throw out a hook. This mid lane turret is almost certainly going to go down. There's going to be the Moonlight Vigil coming out, the Gravitum used to try and just lock down the Shy and on, but the tower goes down regardless. Dragon alive. Weibo still trying to pressure, and EDG, they need to figure out which way they want to go for it, because Mako, he takes a massive chunk.
Yeah, you can see Scout fishing for a gold card here. The hesitant to approach. Kind of need Flandre to block SOFM from getting in the pit. They just go for it.
There we go. That's going to be the secure there from JJ. So Dragon goes over to EDG, but now the fight can really ensue. Huanfeng is pushing in this mid lane. This could be a tier 2, but SOFM does kind of get caught out with the chickens, though. Does stop Flandre from getting in on the belly bop. Has got his flash available too.
Whereas Weibo, they don't really care if EDG get one Dragon. Oh, Flandre.
Oh, he gets kicked over the wall as well. Nicely done by S. And you have no idea that they're here. They have no clue that they're all up here. And they find him. The TP is going in. He doesn't want to be there, but he's going to get caught out immediately. Why is... I actually thought it was Angel. It was as well. But yeah, it is going to be about where Angel can position himself, where they can make things work. As he gets himself dragged over the wall, they're going to jump straight over with a Heartbreak, and they have to use the least in Dragon's Rage defensively, but it is just not enough. That was a fantastic explosive cast to bring on right back into the fray. He's so close to dead, but he's not quite going to drop. They even had the Infernum there to almost get the AoE. Destiny Gate comes out there. It's going to be on the bottom side. Top side, so you get a tier 1 as Weibo. You don't really care about this Dragon. Yes, it would be nice to put you on Soul Point, but again, it's a Cloud Soul, and EDG are only on their first, so this is again just going to equal up that score. You can put more pressure towards this top side as Mako. You're in a little bit of no man's land. You cannot lantern yourself, buddy. He's going to have to fully engage, but he gets popped by the Shy.
Big mistake when you're the one without flash. Can't be caught out in those.
Gate comes down, 4,000 HP, 3,000. They're trying to just keep away JJ. You can see Angel just using his ultimate to make sure this doesn't get 50-50, and that's exactly what they're not going to be able to do. So, where do you want to try and make a stand here? Don't feel like you need to make a last stand. It is only a minute left on this Baron. They still feel strong enough as JJ has to use the Heartbreaker, and he's still ticking down.
Tanky enough to withstand the power of this Jace right now. Angel fishing, won't find anything there. They're still getting what they want. They're getting strong.
Yeah, you can see Mako trying to see if he can maybe do something here, but with the damage down available, Moonlight Vigil and the Death Sentence both going wide. Huanfeng takes about half his HP. There's going to be a gold card coming down, but it is only on backside. So Dragon's going to be started. This will be Soul Point for either of these sides. Here we go. There's going to be Explosive Cats to try and disengage as JJ will secure that Dragon. SOFM on the backside of this does have the Dragon's Rage, but does not have Flash. You got to remember that there's going to be his kick. He's going to use that as his way out as well. They're going to try and find Mako, who's going to have to be the sacrificial lamb, and Viego falls as well. 2 kills going over to Weibo. EDG get themselves a Soul Point, but I don't think it matters much.
Oh, and Angel's looking now.
Oh, that's a great move as well. The cleanse does get used by Scout. Can he get himself away? They're going to have to try and keep him alive, but the Moonlight Vigil just hits nothing. Thin air right between the sticks as Viper is not really able to have the thing, and Weibo could end.
Yeah, I think the mini wave might be too small. They should be able to clear this out in time. The tick comes down, but the death stance is not helping him.
No, it really isn't. Now Mako going to find himself a hook here as DJ tries to keep him alive, but he needs to run away. At the start of the day, they are the ones that are making the moves. You don't have a Heartbreaker, there's no way you're getting in here, and you're just going to have to give it up. That's a smart move from EDG, but at the end of the day,
the short range of the Aphelios, unable to get close enough to auto anyone freely. Weibo managed to get that mid tower down. Inhibitor is exposed.
Oh, Flandre will soak up some damage and the Solar Flare. Solar Flare on a pretty damn short cooldown. SOFM does safeguard away, so that's going to be a explosive cast used and nothing really gained. That's going to be the middle inhibitor under fire as Flandre just soaking it all up. There's a good death sentence.
They got the Shy.
They got the Shy, and that's a lot of your poke damage now down. EDG feeling the gears turning, feeling the momentum going back in their favor. The Heartbreaker comes in. Scouts on the backside of this. He's looking for someone. SOFM is probably not the person he wanted. There's a good kick to try and disengage.
Go mid is because he is the most difficult to pick off, right?
Yeah, most
has the mobility, has the tenacity, he's tanky, and so he'll just
on him. He needs to be the damage. He needs to be the reason that EDG stay alive. Baron buff will fall away, but you've already done the work. You've already put down the damage, and this is going to be 3 inhibitors you feel going down in favor of Weibo.
Yeah, I mean, they're just struggling to defend at all. Now, bot inhib. Oh my god, another one.
I feel like that was Huanfeng having great awareness of where it was going versus a Flandre misstep, but it does mean another ultimate doesn't go, goes the missing, and Flandre, he's not really hitting the mark.
And the problem is, like, they're kind of relying on him because, as I said before, they don't have great engage tools.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, they're looking for something here.
SD gate over the side. They're going to try and find out Huanfeng, who does just turn around on the scout. They get the ult out of
EDG are struggling. And, like, you know, I praised their comp. They had that mid game where it just looked like it was going to be so strong.
And they're going to be able to find him, and they know exactly where he is. He needed to flash that well before the CC came in. He'll use cleanse, but I was going to say Baron secured, and you have 2 Nexus turrets. That's it. That is the difference between Weibo and winning the game. Go! He's so fast. The power of the unsealed spellbook. As we start to see more pressure being applied, they will pick up the inhibitor. So again, we're down to 3 inhibitors gone on the side of EDG. SOFM is ignoring JJ.
Oh,
he has no care, but Mako gets hit by a little bit of poke, and Viper is already forced to cleanse. On underneath the tower, has to go golden. Here we go, EDG, this is the final fight. You got to make something happen here, as Flandre is dead. That's your tank. The Moonlight Vigil has come out as well, but Weibo are just too big. Weibo are too scary, and Weibo are the ones who are going to send themselves to match point 2-0 for the series. Has just been able to do that. He has been able to just constantly go in, supporting the rest of his team, and they lock in the Leona. And again, had a bit of a rough early game, but after that was just constantly throwing out solar flares, constantly getting into the face of EDG. And
they were so sick.
Oh, SOFM.
Yeah, he might be in trouble.
He's definitely going to have to try and run away from this one here, as he's going to have to try and maybe secure the dragon and then figure out where he's going to go from there. But it is a big fight coming in now. SOFM gets caught out. Flash coming in from Viper to land the feathers, and now on with no flash, nowhere to go. EDG get the early game they need. On does not have flash. This is going to be very much just go on to support as Huanfeng gets caught up by the feathers, and they're already here. There's going to be the glacial augment, and they catch out Huanfeng. He doesn't use a single summoner because he knows he's just dead. Decisiveness. We need to see clean execution coming in, and right now they are starting to do it, but Flandre may have gone a little bit too far forward. Here's SOFM. He's going to be able to try and get this one on top of him, and he knows that he's just dead. Flandre trying to trade it back. You step 1 step too far forward and you are cut down, my friend.
And it's painful because it's been such a good game from EDG at mitigating this pressure. The kill goes over to Tryndamere, the Herald's there. This matchup is going to snowball out of control so quickly, and they're going to be able to secure the whole thing. Trundle and Tryndamere do a ton of damage. I actually think they could go for a second tower as well at the back of this Herald. I'm not sure EDG are in a position to contest it.
Yeah, I will say Viper, again, very clean with the cleanse. It was frame perfect, which is always nice to see. But yeah, if only.
Yeah, that second tower take, like, this is so much gold.
Oh, here we go, though. They're going to try and jump onto On, who doesn't really have a place to go. There's a Super Mega Death Rocket, and they will get the execution.
EDG still should be the ones taking control and applying pressure. Oh, no cleanse.
No cleanse. He gets charmed up, and Viper... That is a rare mistake there from the EDG bot lane there, and he just gets caught out with no ult and no cleanse.
Yeah, loving the proactivity. And oh no.
He's behind him. He's behind him, and that means the Flandre can't really run away from this one here. He's going to knock him back, but it's only a matter of time. As here comes Angel to seal the deal. Angel will pick up that. It's gold, but it's also pressure, as we can now see Angel forcing out the Emperor's Divide from Scout, but he's going to keep pushing forward. And he's not going to be able to take it, though. The Shy is just a little bit too little, too late. As Scout trying to get himself away from this one, but I don't think you can run away from this. Tryndamere almost gets the
but I'm just so concerned. Gold is even, but it's where it is aligned. TP coming, you always have to victory.
Yeah, I was like, nah, hang on. maybe it is something else. But with the TP going top, this is a rare mistake coming out from Weibo, where they're actually trying to make something happen onto Flandre, but he's the one who's able to kind of get himself away. He's still very overextended. There's the subjugate, there's the pillar. He doesn't have the knockback, and SOFM picks himself up a solo kill.
6 kills, 9 deaths so far if you combine them both. So
really?
Yeah.
My God. That's some quick maths from you there. But EDG, not to be deterred, will be EDG recognizing they do have a spike with Viper right now. We talked about the Mana Mune turning into the Mer Mana very, very shortly. As they're going to go straight in, they catch him out, and that is a perfect engage. They will pick him, picks up that kill, and you need those. You need those moments of brilliance from EDG. As we can see another one here, the Shy going underneath the tower to try and take out Scout, but Scout survives.
Yeah, I love how the solution is, look, Flandre, you can't handle this, we'll just send Scout to do so, but now he's in trouble.
He is. You got yourself a little bit of a pickle, and with the Trundle sending up the ice, you're caught between a Tryndamere and a hard price, and you don't win on either side.
Yeah, and EDG's response to this is let's just take everything we can.
Ignore it. You don't want another situation like against FBX when you need Scout to literally kill everyone.
Well, one of the big things,
should be fine.
Yeah, should be okay. Manages to get him away now and use the phase rush.
2-level difference.
Yeah, it's insane. We do see Scout going for a collapse. They are not letting this Tryndamere get away.
No, they want to try and kill him right here, right now. But the Tryndamere is saying, all right, you want to try and kill me? I'll kill you. They're going to try and jump into him. JJ now trying to play bouncer as he knows Flandre is his target.
Run, Flandre!
Run! But you cannot run from an extremely angry Tryndamere. He's going to be able to get the Undying Rage. He will finally fall at Scout.
The reason that's important is because for EDG, pick comes out, you know, yeah, done and gone. You want team fights. You want team fights because that's where the Tryndamere is a lot weaker than when he...
Remember, not that tanky. They have a lot of damage, but here we go. The Super Mega Death Rocket comes out. Angel goes in with the Banshee to try and make some damage. Get something going there, but it is EDG who get
how desperate they're feeling, but they managed to secure it. The Lee Sin with the execute is enough to get it. Yes, they lose the mid lane tier 1. I think with the Baron in pocket, you can now be applying the pressure. Yeah, no TP, right? You see in the mid lane, the Shy is trying to push that wave, but they will just take this tier 2 tower, no hesitation.
Because again, the Shy, he's going to keep split pushing on the bot side.
Yeah, Scout is head down to defend, right? They push the waves in, they secure the last tower outside of scenarios where you can see them have an advantage. For the time being, he's found nothing. EDG take the Dragon for free, and now the
wings, he knows exactly where everybody is. He needs to try and find exactly who people in front of him. He knows
Scout,
the
it has to be
Scout.
Scout.
It has to be Scout as he goes in. The Emperor's Divide does nothing, and absolutely everyone is now scattering away from this Baron pit. SOFM gets knocked up by the Baron as he tries to give EDG a little bit of a hand. The Shy goes in as he has to pop the Undying Rage. He'll take away JJ. Mako so damn low. Viper trying to get those feathers to come back. Mako will not land the hook. He eventually goes down. Angel will not fall, and eventually gets himself back up into health. The Shy has done his job, and the side of EDG are routed. It's a 3-for-1, and Angel's resetting to get some health and then TP back into this fight. EDG want to try and get some of these low health bars, but they're being corralled, herded away into the danger, into the darkness of Weibo Gaming's jungle. And Weibo, they know they can't let this one go. These two birds, you're trying to get one stone, but no, not quite able to find Juan Feng. The flash is good. Angel is here as he tries to get him flash away. Doesn't land the charm. Scout versus the world is Viper. It's a 1v2 on both sides. Viper gets one.
They're doing it!
The other. And Scout will stay alive, keeping EDG's lives alive in this series. SOFM.
He's got ult again.
He's got ult going for him. I don't know if they'll think about it. They won't. And that's another one. Scout is popping here. Has been pivotal for EDG. They survive the fight. They get the
plays all over. Dashes in for the shield, finishes off Juan Feng, just flawless play.
What?
JJ's caught. We don't get.
He's got a Zonya's and a stopwatch in hand, so he's going to be able to use both in potentially this fight. SOFM takes a little bit of a chunk as the Shy and Angel go forward. They're trying to find Flandre, and they will be able to get him out. There's the Undying Rage coming out as Angel gets knocked up by the Dredgeline. They've killed off Angel, as you can see there. Scout has been the focus, but they can't take him out. They will take 2 kills as Viper goes in. Scout trying to make this one work. He goes golden. Remember, he'll have another one to go if he should need it, but he doesn't right now because he's just doing the damage. He's just putting in the hurt, and Scout is keeping EDG in this. Hello, Juan Feng. I'm JJ, and that's
on the base of Weibo.
Oh my lord! Right now, EDG fighting for their lives. They secure the soul. They break open the base. They'll take one inhibitor, and then they'll probably have to back away. There's only so much you can do right now. Your Baron's gone.
Every auto will absolutely massacre a Squishy, and now they think they found that angle.
They may have found it. The Shy's on the backside. He's found Viper, but they jump straight on top of him, and he has to use the Undying Rage so damn quickly. He gets kicked away, and he's out of this fight. They go back in on top of him, but JJ goes into stasis. And look at Weibo. They're scattered. They don't want to be a part of this fight anymore. They want to go home. They don't want anything to do with
the amount of tools they have to peel him to disengage. and I think the critical at the moment, EDG don't want to answer, they want to push.
But again, look at the champions you have. Here we go. Angel goes in, trying to find out Mako, and he will catch him out. That's going to be the support almost going down, but he's so tanky. The shielding as On sacrifices himself to make it work, but you've traded now support for support.
Oh, damage!
Fong nearly gets 100-0 by the feathers, and you've sent the Azir, so there's not going to be a counter push coming in here, but the Shy on the back end of this. No flash, no cleanse on Viper, and no ultimate either. Flandre, you're 0-6, buddy. I don't think you want to be alone by yourself. He's just going to try and cut off the wave as they try and push in towards this top side. The Shy knows he can't fight. He has to just try and keep the game going.
But they have a wave top. They're just going to keep going. Scout is there and so strong. He TP'd in, trying to apply the pressure. Scout wave on this Azir has been a menace, but actually, he might be caught out. He stayed too long. The team on there.
But look at that damage. That was one I told you it can happen. You get the kill down so damn quickly, he can't press R.
I mean, you blink and you miss it. I feel like even less time. Oh, Angel looking, but he gets deleted!
Deleted! Viper is just too big right now. EDG take out the two biggest threats, and it's all done. JJ gets the kill. You have no damage. You have nowhere to go. Triple kill for Viper. EDG will not go down without a fight.
And EDG remind Weibo that they are the reigning world champs and they won't get knocked out in this game. They're going to end it. They're going to bring the score to 2-1, and they're going to try for the reverse sweep.
Here we go. Is this the
great ultimates to steal away? The Nautilus, the Ari, the Gragas, fantastic.
Yep.
But this Zed, it's a spicy one. Would be SFM to bring this out, right?
I mean, if any jungler
offer. Now, critically, JJ hasn't been spotted.
No, he hasn't. Both teleports have been used here. Well, actually, only one teleport. The Shy in a lot of trouble here. They're waiting for the flash to come out, and he will eventually get it, but he'll get countered all the way back. They're jumping in. First blood goes over to Fly.
The power of the Gragas in this matchup has been able to set up those ganks. We kind of saw that earlier. I believe it was game 2. You can often see them fall really far behind farm, but Hecarim, he's got farm, but he's going in.
Got it. He's going to go in. He gets the prediction down. There goes the death mark down, an instant exhaust onto SOFM, so he shouldn't really have the damage, but it does not matter if you're that low. He goes back to the shadow, and now Mako and Scout on the wrong side of this fight. Mako going to flash, Scout going to follow him over. They will have a dredge line in just a second. Charm. And we are going to see a lot more pressure towards this bottom lane as we now see Flandre getting kicked off by the Shy. Flashes away immediately. They're going to be able to slow him down. SOFM trying to just run, but not quite in position until he's able to use his flash and goes right back to the R shadow, and that is going to be the Shy picking up that kill. But in the bot lane, they know there's no flash, there's no ult here on Huan Fong, and they're going to be able to try and pepper him down. Viper takes a lot of damage, pops down the bullet time, but not quite at the perfect angle to try and force out anything else. Angel is here, Scout with a stolen Spirit Rush, trying to see if they can get onto Huan Fong, who has finally got his ultimate available to him. They're going to jump straight on top of him. He's going to be able to tank out the turret, but he gets a kill before he's taken down. Now On is underneath the tower, but with Angel...
Huan Fong, you're going to be in a prime position when it does come to fight. He's looking right now.
There we go. There's the bullet time. Huan Fong has nothing. They know there's no bullet time, but and Zaya's already coming back up, so Huan Fong should be here very, very soon. They're going to get the catch out here on top of Mako, but he gets himself out, but not quite before the Dragon and the Death Mark can come in. It's a trade of support.
And they're going to approach slowly, but they're not going to get there in time. They're not going to want to contest this. You really can't be fighting without the advantage.
Yeah, you get the poke that can come in from the Jace on the side. We obviously talked about the accelerated shot blasts. The Shy does miss out on his belly bop, and now here comes JJ. They're committing a TP as well. The Shy is deleted before his explosive blast can come out. There's the quickness in onto SOFM, but he can't go anywhere else. He has to use the death mark and flash away straight away. But they've got the stolen Spirit Rush, and they've got to be able to catch him out. He goes straight back into the loving. Pick up a little bit more extra gold, and we talked about the gold was 200. After this, it's going to be 2,000.
Yeah,
a little bit of CC to lock people up would be good, but there's going to be 2 turrets now going over in favor of EDG, and it took them 3 games, but they're
still continuing. And the thing is, they still have tools. Pick potential, absolutely a massive thing we want to be looking at on Weibo. As much as they're 5v5, they're full structured, especially when they're so mobile, like the Ari, the Zed. Having the illness to steal away, all the way is such a significant one when it comes to those fights.
Oh, Flandre gets 1v1'd. Bro. Scout is waiting for someone to just be on the wrong side of this fight. Mako trying to just clear out some of this vision to make sure they can't just be safe with it. But here we go. SFM gets caught out. He has to jump back on the shadow. It's Flandre. He takes down the Nautilus, but the Viper has been killed. They steal the death mark. As Scout goes in, goes golden, flashes away, and now the Shy is caught between a rock and a hard place. The Dragon is going to do an awful lot of work, but right now it is all about Weibo running away and trying to keep these health bars. I will say, they got to be very careful. There's the exhaust. They finally take him out. But I don't
was an absolute win for them. Shy made it difficult.
Made it very, very difficult. It was a little bit
Step for a millisecond, and you just get deleted. And that's why I feel like in terms of the support matchup, oh no.
Oh, Flandre, but it might all be a bit of a bait as they go try back in, but Flandre's already dead, and Mako, he thought he had an opportunity, and now Viper needs to flash away and try and maybe keep himself alive here, but I don't think he's got anywhere to go. EDG were doing so well, but they just bit off more they can chew. They're going to lose the Baron here, almost certainly, but in the bot side, Scout is split pushing.
Yeah, Scout does have TP. A 2v5 here would be insane, but we saw more insane things. Do so well, those picks, right? Especially when you're playing a Jace, you are vulnerable. And Flandre, this has not been the best series for him.
Yes, you're getting a tier 1, tier 2 on the top side, though, is being split pushed by Scout, and this is still a good move for EDG.
Yeah, I mean, they're trading positively at the moment. The thing is, as much as JJ wasn't able to find anything, he did delay Weibo's push, but now they have 2 minion waves pushing in. SOFM, once again, similar to the Lee Sin earlier in the series, he's the hardest one to pin down, so he goes in the solo lane, applies that pressure. Do you see EDG trying to mitigate the pressure here? Or big
massive TP flank coming in. There's going to be another one. Flandre has to flash away as Angel uses the charm. JJ does spot out SOFM, so they know this one's going down. The biggest flank in the history of flanks. If he gets caught out by one ward, it's all for naught, but I don't think he's going to be. They're going to jump in. They find Angel as Scout steps forward once again on being peppered down there. He gets himself a stolen death mark as they get traded off, but it's going to be better than yours, and they can finally start putting down the damage on the Huanfeng, who goes in up into his ultimate to try and keep himself alive, and the Shy's been trading this one back. It's still pretty good for the side of
Flandre. But the dive potential, the long flank ends up paying off huge.
You now have pressure here for EDG in the mid lane, and the Weibo on the wrong side. But that being said, Scout gets caught out a little bit. He's going to have to try and dash himself away. He will get Dredge lined down, and they have to go back to his rescue. It's a little bit scattered right now as a hook does land. It's onto Mako. He flashes away. Angel has to use the Spirit Rush as the ultimate from the side of Viper was coming down. Flandre still putting out some decent DPS, but they finally find Angel. There's the explosive cast to try and reset this one as SOFM gets himself off the backside of this one. They're trying to get the quickness out as Mako does eventually fall. The Shy is still very big, and the Shy is still very, very scary as they finally take the fight. It's scrappy. It's all over. If you don't feel comfortable, if you don't feel like you don't want, you don't feel like you can take this, they are going to try and maybe force for this mid lane. As here we go. Viper gets caught out by the Shy. He gets himself on the backside, but he can't get him. They peel off for him. The Shy goes golden to try and keep himself alive. He will. Scout goes down. Now, there's SOFM. He gets exhausted immediately, gets charmed up. The bullet time is stopped straight away as Angel is finding his mark. SOFM finally falls down, so unfortunately for the side of Weibo, they can't go for any of the big objectives.
Yeah, I mean, EDG managed to peel so well. The Shy, it looked like he just picked him. Flandre's got out!
Flandre gets caught!
Not again!
That is just criminal right now. EDG will not be able to defend. You would have said, look, even without their jungler on the side of Weibo, they would have been hesitant. But Flandre dying is, oh no. Oh, Mako. Oh, buddy. You didn't need to do that. Just walk. It's good for your health.
EDG.
Just walk.
If they lose this, they're out. We've said it before, we set it up. They don't get second chances, and Flandre and Mako getting caught. The thing is, right, you know, the fight loss was rough, but there was still JJ alive. There were still numbers there who could at least ward them off. Losing Flandre and allow a flank potentially come in. Scout's looking.
They're going to go for it. There's the it's stolen cast going in. Scout. Oh, Huanfeng taking a huge chunk out of him. He's going to see the Everfrost coming out. And Scout's actually doing some pretty damn decent damage. As they go in, the feathers fly, and that Scout dead. The Shy was trying to take out Viper, but Viper's able to survive. SOFM now in a little bit of trouble. Has to flash over the wall, but he will be feared and taken down by the onslaught of shadows. Flandre goes back in to try to get examples of where this Baron is. They need to know what's going on with it, but they can't. They can't get near the pick because the Shy is just too damn big.
He plays bodyguard, he zones them out, and Baron is secured for Weibo. The fight shock blast hits SOFM. He does a bit, but it's not a crazy amount of damage.
When you look at SOFM's build, he's got the Black Cleaver, he's got, oh, the dash over the wall. Scout has failed the skill check right there. On goes Golden. Flandre takes a serious amount of crit damage onto him. Scout still hasn't gone down. He will finally fall, but you trade back as the flash in, and Flandre gets killed. Charm comes down from Angel, and that's going to be a 2-for-1 trade now as Weibo is starting to barrel in. Here we go. He flashed forward from the Shy. He gets himself the cast. They're trying to defend this Viper, but he's dead. That's got to be it. There's nothing you can do. The 2021 World Champions are routed. They will not be going any further, and Weibo will proceed to continue in the playoffs.
And with how hard Scout 1v9 the previous game, this one ends with a bit of a misplay, but Weibo are convincing. They're unrelenting. and they secure their spot into the next round.
What a series from Weibo, and honestly, what a step up. This is just not what we expected. Again, we saw the predictions. Every single one of us, apart from Hysterics and Munchables, thought it was going to be EDG.
Yeah.
We had it, and I think every single indication of the regular season told us it was EDG.
And, you know, based on the play coming in, it would have been.
Yeah.
But honestly, EDG looked sloppy. Individually, you still saw, like, Scout. I mean, the previous game, Game 3, Scout and Viper were absolutely exceptional. But we said coming out of that one, with how hard that was, it's not a good omen. And in this game, the execution was there for Weibo, bringing out some spice with the Zed jungle, but they were just consistently making it work. And there was members like Mako getting caught out. You know, JJ finally had a good game, but the rest of the series was rough.
Yep.
Flandre... Anyway, you know...
We'll say some things about that in private.
But Weibo, man, they...
Look great.
They stepped up so... What a different team.
SOFM was with his team. The Shy finally got some agency to him and was able to make things happen with his team. Angel was exceptional all game long. And Huanfeng as well. This Xayah really working out for them. And now your perception of how you approach this team, it changes very, very differently now. Weibo go into the next few rounds where they're kind of saying, cool, we don't need the Jinx. We don't need the Aphelios. We just need a good carry for Xayah, in Xayah, and we can make things work in the bot side.
100%. And the thing is, this is like Huanfeng's natural territory because he was picking up the Xayah even before the changes, right? It was kind of his go-to, particularly if like Jinx wasn't available. And so when we ended up developing this mini meta where it was Xayah's being contested by both these teams, he is so comfortable with it. And I appreciate Viper bringing out the MF. There was definitely times it worked really well. The laning phase went stellar. But later on, you know, I feel like it was almost, with that locked in, that was a signal for SOFM to be like, I can pick the Zed. We will kill Viper when it comes to those team fights, and they delivered. And the Shy, man, that was a pretty good series. Off Sion, but still had like the Gragas duty. But man, just really exceptional play.
Honestly, it feels like the Shy has come back in, and there was a couple of, you know, we talk about it. Sometimes we feels like the Shy gets a little bit of a pass. It does feel like sometimes, even when he has terrible games, it's like, oh, whatever, it's the Shy. This is why. This is why he gets it, because it's just... He just pulls this out on everyone. He was solo killing Flandre multiple times, and he nearly did as much damage as the Jace, and
he did more damage than Angel, which is insane.
It's just the way the man can play, the way the man can do it is just... It's just an enigma, and honestly, it did feel like...
It's Mojo.
You know what? It is Mojo. I'm going to give that one over to Munch. It is very much the Mojo, but... I gotta say, flat out, apart from that literal god-tier performance in Game 3, Weibo were a better team.
No, I even think, even with that god-tier performance, Weibo were the better team, because I think EDG, Scout just decided to pop one of the best performances I've ever seen in an individual game.
Best performance of a split, not even close.
But the problem is, you know, the game, the state it is at the moment, it's not just about individual members, it's about team play. That might have been enough to win that game, but it's not enough to carry through the series. And Weibo, you know, individually, yes, EDG had that advantage on Scout in Game 3, but as a team, they were just flat out better. Yeah,
I mean, that's just how it is. And unfortunately now, we have the unfortunate job as saying that the world champions, the current reigning world champions, are out. They will not be going to MSI.
And they won't even get to defend their LPL title as well.
Yeah, exactly. Their LPL title now will be going to someone new after they have fallen. And honestly, it does feel like this is... kind of a little bit to be expected, even if EDG won today, going up in their next round, either against JDG or LNG, even beyond that V5 RNG, it just became so much harder to really give them the benefit of the doubt beyond that. And yes, they fell short today, but even if it wasn't today, I feel like it would have happened eventually.
It would have been a hard run, and I think... You know, we look at Weibo. Weibo stepped up significantly coming into playoffs. That is what we expected from EDG. They had a good series up against FPX, and we thought, you know, the momentum can keep going. It didn't kick in, whereas for Weibo, they drastically changed. And that's the thing, when you come into playoffs, teams can just change so much. We saw it last split when WE and LNG made massive runs, exceeding expectations. Really, it's a different beast, especially since we changed patches. And I think anyone who can watch that can see individually, EDG still holds some mammoth weight, but they just didn't have the coordination, didn't have the right read at some times, and at the end of the day, Weibo just outperformed them.
Yeah, they really, really did. And the funny thing is, that was such an incredibly close series. That was such a fun series to cast in terms of the gameplay. this is round 2. This is round 2 of 4 rounds that aren't even our double elimination yet. So it's kind of, we're just ramping ourselves up towards what's going to be happening in the future. And honestly, I think I'm just excited to see more things. I'm excited to see how JDG look. I'm really excited to see how V5 come out with their MVP of the split rookie. And it is going to be just a fun time to see how these teams develop. And honestly, even tomorrow, we got, who do we have tomorrow? It's Top Esports and, I can't remember who it is. LNG, yes, you're absolutely right. So Top Esports versus LNG.
And the day after, we have JG against Weibo.
There you go. So, you know, these are stacked teams, and that's only our top 6. That's not even our top 4 or our top 2. Hell, you know, it's just going to be an insane playoff run. But for the moment, higher seed wins, you know. So far, every single match, the higher seed has come out on top.
Wow. Yeah. There you go. So trick is be the highest seed.
There you go. Predictions.
Yeah. Wow.
That's what I need to do. I just need to listen to myself.
Who'd have thought it'd be that simple?
It's that simple.
You know, I think that's the thing is that you often expect, coming into it, like, if anyone who hasn't, like, kept closely up with the playoffs, you know, you'll see, like, oh, well, shouldn't the top seed win? Doesn't that just make sense by default? But honestly, a lot of these teams, they gained a ton of traction at the start of the split and then fell off hard. LNG. That's why, you know, LNG, Weibo, we didn't have as much faith in them, whereas teams like Top Esports and JDG, they came to the end of the split of the hot streak, with a hot streak. But obviously in this situation, this is just Weibo drastically stepping it up, and fair play to them for really exceeding expectations. Yeah,
it really did. And you know who's been exceeding in the top lane? It is the Shy. 3rd player of the game in this best of 5. Every single time they've won, it's been off of his back, and you can't fault it. You can't fault 25% damage on what is supposed to be a tank Gragas.
Yeah. I mean, so good on this pick. I specifically remember that fight where